Stampers, this is Trevis. Welcome to Video Tuesday. Thank you for watching. So today's June 1st, so that means we have one more month with the mini catalog. And I'm excited to say that on August 3rd, we will have a new mini catalog coming out. But until then, we have the great big catalog, which is full of goodies. So today, what I'd like to make with you is a darling card, and it's called, with the stamp set, Plentiful Plants and Perfect Plants. So this bundle is in the big catalog, and if you purchase the bundle, it's 10% off. So I'm excited because there's so many cute stamps in here. I am probably more flower girl than a plant girl, but when I saw this, I was like, ooh, I really, really love the variety of it. And so we're going to make a card with it today. We're also going to use the Bloom Where You're Planted Designer Series paper that is featured with it. So let's get started today and make this cute card. Okay, so I'm going to use one stamp pad. I'm going to use Bermuda Bay, and I am going to use the new Evening Evergreen cardstock. And I have this cut actually. This measures 5 1/4 by 5 1/2. And the reason is because it's got kind of a unique fold, and I've scored it at 1 inch. So when you're on the 5 1/4 side, I scored it at 4 1/4. Okay, so I'm going to fold it on that score. Okay, so it has this little overfold, just like that. And then the Designer Series paper that I picked is this one. So it's the brick pattern. The other side is very evergreeny. And I think when I look at this, I see Christmas, but I'm going to use this side today. So I'm going to adhere this to my cardstock. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on the inside, just like that. Okay. All right. And so now what I want to do is I'm going to use the new Macrame 3D embossing folder. And I have a piece of white Whisper, basic white cardstock in here. And I've run it through the cut and emboss. So I have the macrame, and it's perfect for this stamp set, right? Because macrame goes with plants. And so I ran it through. And I have another piece of Evening Evergreen cardstock. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this together like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put these together. I'm going to put a little extra Stampin' Seal on there because this is textured, and we want to make sure that it sticks nicely. Okay, so we're going to adhere that just like that. Okay, and the way this is going to attach is this way. So I am going to put a little ribbon on here before I attach this, and I'm going to use the Pale Papaya 3/8 inch open weave ribbon. So we have this in all 5 in colors, and I'm going to use the Pale Papaya. Okay, so I'm just going to attach that to the top of my card before I glue it down. I'm just going to do a knot, right? Because, you know, I don't do well at tying bows on video. But I do like to go left over right, right over left. And then it makes a nice knot. Okay, so we have that. I'm going to trim that down because it's way too long. Okay, and now I am going to go ahead and attach that to my cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and put a little extra on there, straighten this out so that it lays nicely. Center this, have this come down over it like that. Okay. And still have a little gap there, so I'm going to put some more adhesive on there. For some reason. Okay. Work with me here, adhesive. There we go. I think I got it now. That's better. Okay, I have a little overage here, so I'm going to go ahead and trim that off. So I don't want that overhang. So go ahead and trim that down if you have it. All right, looking good. So there's my card so far. Now I'm going to go to my dies, and I'm going to use two different sets of dies. I'm going to use the Perfect Plants, okay? So these are the ones that coordinate with Plentiful Plants, and I cut out the macrame hanger. I stamped and cut out the leaves, okay? So I stamped this in garden green, okay, and I cut that out. I did cut this out of white cardstock. Oh, love that little macrame hanger, right? Then I cut out, what else did I cut out? I stamped the pot, the round pot in Bermuda Bay, and I cut that out. Okay, so I have the rounded pot. Okay, so those are the three I cut out of that. And then I went to use Potted Succulents. So these dies, more plants, right? And I did cut out some dies. I used this one. So I cut one of the garden green cardstock out of this one. Okay, and then I cut one of these out of garden green. It's kind of like a fern. So I cut one of those out. You see why I did all this work ahead of time? And then I cut out a white piece of cardstock for my greeting right here out of this one. So I used 3 and 3. If you don't have both sets, no problem. I think you can make it work. It's just that this is so cute together. So now I'm going to get out my silicone craft sheet. And what I want to do is start gluing some of these things together. So, because it's going to take a little bit of time. So what I want to do is just put a little glue on here. Okay. And I'm going to glue my pot right inside of this. Just like that. Okay. Cool, right? Because nothing sticks to this silicone pad. I love that. Then I'm going to take my plant that I already stamped and cut out with the embossing folder. The die. Hello, sometimes I can't think of what I'm doing when I'm doing it. I can't talk through it. Okay, so I got that on next. And then behind it, I want to put this, what are these called? Some kind of fern. I can't think of what it's called. I'm going to put this so it kind of sticks up like that behind. And then my last piece is this fern. This little hanging vine. Okay. So when I flip this over, I'm going to get this. And I'm going to have this little hanging vine, like kind of coming out the side, kind of like that. All right. Voila. So cute. All right. So now I have all that done. I'm going to put this on top, and I'm going to just hold this down for a short time till it sticks and dries a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to put my glue. I have a problem with this. This is not sticking for some reason. I don't think I put the proper... I think I should have attached the white piece before I did this. I don't know if this is ever going to stick. I think it will. It's being stubborn. Okay, so now I'm just going to put glue on the back of this whole thing. There we go. Little bits of glue. You don't need a whole lot. Oh yeah, gonna work good. Okay. Love, love, love that multi-purpose glue. So now I'm going to turn this so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to stick this right here. Okay. And again, put my silicone sheet on top and hold it. Let's see if I can get that to stick without sticking to my fingers. Great. Okay. Put a little more glue on this macrame. Okay. Because I don't want my card to fall apart. Okay. So while that's drying, I'm going to do my greeting. And I'm going to put it on here. And there's a really cute saying in here. It's called, "To a Dear Friend." So I am going to put that on a block. And I'm going to go ahead and use Bermuda Bay again, because that's what I did with my pot, Bermuda Bay. You can do any color, though, like red. I'm thinking red might really be stunning. And then I'm going to stamp "To a Dear Friend" on here. Put a few dimensionals on the back. I think I'll put 3, because again, I am sticking this to some textured cardstock. So I'm going to put 3 of those on there. And I'm trying to decide what embellishments I need. And we have these new little loose flower flourishes. And I'm thinking, even though this is a plant, it could use a little bit of flowers. And look at these. These are so adorable. And they are all different sizes. So we have, I'm actually going to use, which ones? See, we have these little tiny ones, and then we have the bigger ones. So I need some mini glue dots. These mini glue dots come in really handy because they're super small, and these are from My Paper Pumpkin. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to adhere these right there. Take that off. Take a flower and stick it on. See how cute that is. Oh, darling. Then I'm going to put another one here. Peel that little white piece off. And do I have another little flower? I think I do. Here's one. Stick this on. Do I have another one of those little tiny? I do. So I'm going to put another one on. Why not? Let's put 3 on. Because you know how I am about 3s. Love my 3s. Okay. And stick that down. See how cute that is? Oh, darling. And I think the only thing we need is something to hold this macrame up. And I'm going to go ahead and use the Gilded Gems. And I'm thinking, what size do I need? I think I might just use a small one. One of these small ones. Just put that there as a hanger. Okay. So I finally got that to hold, and I'm happy about that. So if you wanted to, you could put a little white piece in here to sign, but look, you could sign right on there. You don't need to. So there's my card today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great day, a week. May you be blessed today and be a blessing to someone. Thank you for watching. Bye.